Right, so Friday night, and I went down to check my mailbox, and it wasn't supposed to arrive this early, but here it is, my brand new printhead from Elegoo. So Elegoo support, thank you very much. That was like rocket freaking shipping there from China. Appreciate it a lot. So I'm going to go and hook it up here. Was nice to see it came with a whole new set of screws in case you lost your screws, and the cable as well. So always nice to have a couple of spare parts. So I'm going to go and hook that up and then go and set the auto level going, do all the calibrations, and then find something for it to print to see how well it comes out. So, all right, I'll get on with that. I'll show you once it's in place. So, once again, it's only 4 screws to attach it, 2 here, and then plug the cable into the top. Won't take me long. So there's the printhead connected. So I've just gone in here and hit auto level. So, and of course this takes a while as it goes to the 100 points on the screen. So I'm going to let it go through its calibrations there, and of course I'm going to do the rest of them, PID, vibration, etc, etc. Always a good idea when you put something new on a machine. And yeah, so I'll come back to it later on and let's see what I decide I want to print, just to make sure everything's up and running. And anyway, back in a bit. Alright, so bed's been cleaned with dish soap, got some IPA on there, washed it all down with that as well. Set up the butter just to do a test print, make sure that this head's working fine before I do anything else with it. Beagle cam set up so I can keep an eye on it. So yeah, we're good. So right now it's 70% done. There's about 37 minutes left on that, and then I'll run off probably one of these footballs again, just to give it a test across the bed. Looking at the settings that this uses as opposed to when things went wrong last time. So nozzle temp's a bit higher, so I'm going to change the slicer to 220. By default it was 210 for that filament, and bed 60, so that matches alright. So yeah, I'll let him run for another 30 minutes and then come back, and hopefully he'll be stuck to the bed and I won't have a big blob on the end of my brand new printed nozzle. Alright, so print's finished in 2 hours and 9 minutes. Oh, get that off the bed there. Right, I'm going to go and slice the larger print here. That looks pretty good to me, so I can chalk that down to the new printhead working fine. Okay, so alright, let's go and get it something harder to print. Alright, so let's try something new. So print, there's that same ball design I did before. It's going to take about 8 hours. Print. Damn. A good old thud there. Right, so it's got to again turn on all the heaters here, get the bed plate back up. It shouldn't take too long because it was already warm from doing that Buddha, and we'll see how the first layer looks when that goes down. Alright, so first layer going down. I've set the nozzle temp to 210 on this one. For the first layer, should then go up to 220. Set the bed for 65. A little warmer just to see if that makes sure everything holds down on it. That flipping squeaking noise really bugs the hell out of me. I am trying to find out exactly where it is that it's coming from. Something needs oiling. We'll find it. Something's rubbing. Alright, well, let's let it crack on. We'll see what it does. So I was monitoring the print on my camera and I was like, well, why the hell isn't the printhead moving? You know, what's gone wrong? So I came in, and of course once I could actually see it, I was like, oh, it is moving. Just very, very slowly. And move it in. So the mistake I made was for the top layer, I'd been doing some multicolor prints and I wanted a nice, you know, fine layer on top of my smaller print. So I've been doing the Hilbert curve option for the top layer, which really does give you a beautiful textured effect right on the top. So if you're ever doing like wall art or multicolor prints and you want a nice, really nice smooth top layer, Hilbert curve for the option. Of course I turned it on for this damn print, but which is stupid because it's going to be flipped upside down. You know, the layer on the bed looks beautiful, but as you can see, this thing is creeping along, putting this wonderful texture, and I'm going to zoom right in here so you can see. Here's a classic example. You can see a bit of it here. It produces this lovely textured finish. But as you can see from the printhead, poor old printhead has to do a hell of a lot of work because it's producing this textured effect. And it's got to do a lot of moving around to do it. So, damn, big mistake by me. I guess I could stop it now because I'm going to flip it over. And it's already up to, you know, level 14 or 15 there. Because that's just going to go back on a wall. So I guess I could just cancel it, let it cool down and take it off. But yeah, my mistake. And I think I'm going to stop that because otherwise it's like 64% of the print and it's going to take another 2 hours just to do this texturing effect. So I'm going to come in here and hit the big stop button. Because there's enough layers down, it doesn't need any more. And I'll just let that cool down, take it off, and we'll be good. But anyway, successful print. Everything looks good. Nice new nozzle. Thank you, Elegoo. Appreciate it. And what I'm going to do is go and probably set this thing up and get back to printing Marvin. Okay, so I pulled the print off the bed. There it is there. And, you know, allowed it to cool down. So This is just the brim that's left, so all that can come off quite easily with a little pull. And what I've got next is, before I start doing my Marvin, see how those are the brims for the different bottle sections. I've got a, there we go. Before I start doing Marvin, I've got some old 3 kg spools of some dodgy white no brand PLA. So I'm going to try a test print with them, and I never had much luck with it. It's what I used for K9, but I also tried it on some of the others, and it's just got a weird texture to it. It ends up with an almost like chalky type feature. I mean, it prints, but it's rough. So I tried it on the TronXY. I mean, yeah, sure enough, it prints and it was cheap, but yeah, just the feel of it was just something different. Anyway, because it's going to be doing something that's going to be sanded and painted, I'm not that worried about the finish. So I've run it in. Gonna give it a go and just see how it looks with a Buddha. I'm just gonna go and run a Buddha, and then I'll be able to run a comparison with the Elegoo PLA to see what this no-name brand, which I've never had much luck with, how that comes out. So I'm preheating the machine and we'll give it a go. Right, so here it goes. It's heated up to a 60-degree bed and a 220-degree nozzle. Purge lines down, and just like the Elegoo PLA, it's putting down the bottom layer. So let's just see how it works out. Right, hour and 40 minutes in, and the nasty old filament that I used to have seems to have completed the task. Oh, a little bit of string in there. Let's see if I can. Oh, there it goes. Pops right off. Take that off. Yep. There we go. I don't know if it's particularly obvious, but see, here's the normal Elegoo PLA against theirs, and see how this stuff, I don't know what it is about it, you just get imperfections with it. It's just not a consistent filament to print with for some reason. I mean, that's good for running off large projects where you're going to be using filler and you're not worried about the overall look, but it's just a weird stuff. Anyway, came out good. So I think it's time to go and slice up Marvin, and I'll use this nasty old filament, see if I can use that up and give that a try.